Well, good morning, and thank you for joining the Washtenaw County Road Commission's virtual public information meeting about the Roundabout project plan for the intersection of Dixboro Road at Pontiac Trail in Northfield and Salem Townships. My name is Tiffany Oliphant. I'm WCRC's Communication Manager. I'll be your meeting host today, along with our project manager. This morning, I'll go over the meeting instructions before turning it over to staff for a presentation about the project, and then we'll open the meeting up for a few questions. Joining me today is Project Manager Jane Allen and Senior Project Manager Nate Murphy. The meeting audio and video is being recorded and will be posted to the project page on wcroads.org in the next day or two. After the presentation, you'll be asked to virtually raise your hand during the Q&A. I'll provide instructions at that time on how to do this from either your computer, the Zoom app, or phone. The chat feature from this meeting is turned on. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to ask it in the chat and we'll address it during the Q&A portion. You can find the chat window at the bottom of your screen. The floor is yours, Jane.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so pleased to tell you about our upcoming project, the Roundabout at Dixboro Pontiac Trail. Right now, the current situation is we've got a lot of traffic up there in Northfield and Salem Townships. Nearly 9,500 cars go through that intersection each day. The future is just a 1% growth will probably take us to about 11,500. So the current situation right now that has that four-way stop controlled intersection with the flashing beacon overhead creates a lot of backup traffic during rush hour, which also leads to emissions of carbon monoxide and a lot of pollutants of the car. So we were next slide, Tiffany, please. If we were able to apply for a grant to reduce that carbon imprint and reduce the congestion during peak hours and account that traffic volume. If I could show you the next slide, statistics. So we have, so that's why we have a roundabout. It does limit the congestion, it lowers speeds, it improves the capacity of the traffic, and we've added aesthetic enhancements too with the island and overall landscaping features. But the most important feature that a roundabout provides is the safety. So here you can see the intersection points of conflict. In a regular intersection as we have today, that four-way stop, there's nearly 32 points of conflicts. When you go to a modern roundabout, you only have 8 points of conflict and none of them are crossing. Next slide, please. So as you see, you enter the traffic circle and you yield to the traffic that's in the roundabout. It's a clockwise movement, a counterclockwise movement. And it first entered in our driver's education in 1990 when the first roundabout was created. Now we have nearly 13,000 roundabouts in the United States. So that education of a roundabout is getting recognized a little more, which makes everything a little bit safer. Currently, Washtenaw County has nearly 37 roundabouts. That includes the MDOT roundabouts you see there in blue, and also the city of Ann Arbor in purple. Next slide, please. Tiffany, okay, sorry. So on the, you can be directed to the project website, and you can also learn all about the roundabouts at the Washtenaw County Road Commission's website, our resources, and the statistics that I spoke about earlier. So right now we can eliminate nearly 90% of the head-on collisions and about 75% of injury crashes. So we have a lot of safety features involved in this roundabout. But not only that, because we are eliminating that carbon monoxide from idling and the emissions, we were able to apply for this federal carbon reduction program grant. And we also using the fees and taxes collected from license registration and gas sales to account for the construction cost of nearly $1.1 million on this job. Next slide, please. So this is just a view. It's not something you'd recognize because it is turned not facing north. But I did want to show everyone that there's an extension on Dixboro that will go to North Territorial. So this project at the Roundabout would also include finishing constructing Dixboro all the way to North Territorial. So on the next slide, we'll see the true north. Next slide, please. So this is the true north layout of the roundabout, a little closer. You could also see details of the approaches at the church and a resident driveway. So we will have impacts traffic. There will be a hard closure. Next slide. Where no traffic will be able to cross the intersection. So everyone's going to have to use the detour. Church will be maintained. That will be open. And also any of the residents in the area will have access to their driveways. But we will be having a detour. Normally we do these on primary paved roads, but we are going to use Joy, which has just been improved. So that is a gravel road, but it is primary. So during construction, we will use this detour North Territorial to Sutton, Joy, and Dixboro. We will maintain those roads, especially the gravel roads that we've incorporated. And we're also going to coordinate with Northfield Township and the county sheriff for using Sutton Road, because currently it is posted for no trucks. Next slide, please. So our next steps in this schedule will be submitting all our documents to MDOT. They will advertise and bid the project. Once they have a contractor, they can award it. And then there will be tree removals. We don't think the construction will start before a seasonal deadline of tree removals the end of March. So we will be doing tree removals in this early winter and spring. They will be done before April 1st, and we will let property owners know when that will take place. The stumps may be left in place for the construction during summer. That might be a contracted item. And then we'll also have another construction meeting closer to that date to talk about all the impacts that the construction may have, because the roundabout is coming in summer of 2026. Thank you. Next slide. So we have a project website. I'd like to see that on the screen there. And again, my name is Jane Allen. I am the project manager. I'm a professional licensed engineer, and I've been doing this for nearly 25 years. Thank you. Back to you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Jane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to show the audience and take a moment to show you where to find this project on our website and our pages, and how to sign up for project updates. 1 second, I'm going to jump out of the presentation and go to our website. There you are. You can see our website there. You put it in your browser, WCRoads.org, and then you'll go to roadwork and construction. You'll go to current projects. And so this project is for 2026. So we have tabs for projects that are going on for 26 and 27. You'll see more tabs there as we go, as projects come, as we get our projects uploaded. So this will be the 2026 project, and you'll scroll down, and then you'll see this project here, Dixboro Road at Pontiac Trail Roundabout. So then the map will populate with the intersection. You'll see some information here of when it's going to be a road closure with a detour. And then obviously you're in this virtual public meeting. So this is where you'll see the updates. Jane's contact information is right here. Helpful links, you'll have the roundabout link, driving a roundabout, Simcox sent out a video and some information. We put links here on all of our roundabouts. And then here is where you can sign up for project updates. You click on the link, put your email address in, your name and your zip code, click on whichever township you would like. click on advisories and lane closures. If you want our weekly roadwork schedule, we update that every week on Thursdays. That's a really good wealth of information there about where we are of all of our projects. And then you would click on this project, which would be the Dixboro Pontiac Trail Roundabout. And if you want other information about other projects, feel free to click on those, and then you hit subscribe. So, and that's how you subscribe to our project updates. Also, the weekly roadwork schedule is there. Like I said, it updates all of the projects we're doing at the time frame for the week, and it'll even a little bit sometimes out. We'll have projects going from until November 15th. You'll see that. That's obviously an MDOT project, but we will update this regularly, and we send this out every Thursday. So now I'll go back into the presentation. Go back into the presentation, and then now you will be, we will open up for our question and answer period. So here are a few instructions to be able to ask the questions. If you're viewing this meeting on your computer, first, make sure you click Join Audio. You can then raise your hand by clicking the Reactions button or Participations button at the bottom of your screen, and then raise your hand button at the bottom of your screen. If you dialed into the meeting from your phone, you can raise your hand by dialing *9. As the meeting host, I will unmute participants with raised hands one at a time. I will announce your username and last 4 digits of your phone number when it is your turn to speak. Your camera will not be turned on, just an FYI, we will only hear you. We are happy to answer in as many questions as possible, but please be respectful of others' time. Okay, so I do have one question here. And if you have questions in the chat, please feel free to ask those. We will also answer those as well. One moment. I will get to your question here. I see, I'm going to ask you to lower your hand, phone number with the last 4 digits, 1252. Go ahead, I've asked you to unmute.
Yes, this is, I have concerns regarding the roundabout. I travel, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I travel Dixboro Road like at least 4 to 6 times a day. We have a residence on Dixboro Road. My concern with the traffic circle is not all the residents not being able to pull out. There is way too much traffic, and I travel US 23 also. And I feel like this is just a push to not increase the lanes on US 23 and push all the traffic to the feeder streets, which I don't think is right. And my
I'm
question
unaware.
is,
Go ahead, ma'am.
You're not aware of what?
Oh, no, I was waiting for your question. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, my question is the size of the roundabout, and with the traffic increase, how are people residing on Dixboro Road supposed to pull out of their driveway?
The current proposed design, as you see on the screen there, has only the one driveway approach within our improvement. And then there's the other church accesses.
No, I'm not talking about during construction. I'm talking about after this roundabout has been constructed. There's nothing to stop the traffic besides when they get to Plymouth Road, and that's going to back up. So I don't see as far as I'm concerned, as a resident on Dixboro Road, how this is going to improve my life and my existence on the road.
Well, the roundabout at this particular intersection is going to improve the congestion. Someone else, Brent may want to speak to how that
I
pushes.
can add in here, Jane.
My problem is that I don't care about stopping at the sign. My problem is pulling out of my driveway.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I
get
the traffic. There's no way I can pull up.
Yeah, I understand your concern. Your concern now is that with the multi-way stop, vehicles are forced to stop, which then provides you a gap to be able to get out of your driveway. And the roundabout will have There'll be times, of course, where, it'll be more free flow, but those are more on those off-peak hours. During the peak time, there, we'll have conflicting vehicles on all legs, which then will kind of slow the volume down or slow down the speed of vehicles going through the intersection, which will then kind of provide more of a gap for you. We have several roundabouts, like Jane said earlier, throughout the county, and we've heard this concern in the past. But as they get installed and as, because it calms that traffic down there, they travel about 15 miles an hour through the roundabout. And with that, it does allow those that are adjacent to it, pulling out of a driveway, that time and for motorists to react to somebody pulling out of their driveway. Now, as far as the impact from MDOT, certainly people, these are public roads. If there's an incident on 23, they may find the local road system. We did do an evaluation of the intersection based on volumes that currently go through the intersection to determine the size and what that inscribed circle would be to accommodate, a good level of service through the intersection. So, unfortunately, we can't accommodate, freeway level traffic. But it does, for the everyday traffic that we see going through this intersection, the roundabout will accommodate that congestion. Hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. We do have Richard Hampo asked in the chat, when is construction expected to be complete?
The construction should take a couple of months, but depending on when that advertisement through MDOT goes through, we could probably start construction in summer, and that would bring our completion date to about the fall, October or November, definitely of next year.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions right now. I don't know if someone has, oh, 1 second. I have, again, 1252. She's asking another question. I'm gonna give you that one. Morgan, I'll get with you in 1 second. Go ahead.
Yes, I had another question. So I reside down at Bemis in Moon Road, and
Yes.
the size of that roundabout is so small that traffic accidents have increased, and people just blow right through it. And pulling out down there is even worse because the size of the roundabout does not allow enough space to pull out onto Moon Road. So that's my concern, is that this is just going to cause more traffic and more congestion on Dixboro Road without addressing the additional improvements that need to be made on the highways, so people start using the highways and not all the feeder streets. Is there any talk of improving the highways so people don't use all the feeder streets to get to the University of Michigan and all the hospitals?
That
Go ahead.
the specific question for the freeway would be go towards MDOT. So MDOT's US 23 or any numbered roadway within the state of Michigan is under the jurisdiction of MDOT, and I know that they have done they're widening, kind of north of here on 23 within Livingston County. I don't know what their plans are to continue to widen US 23. Certainly we do see a large volume of traffic that comes from Ann Arbor along Pontiac Trail up to the South Lyon area. And that congestion, which is a more convenient type commute for a lot of motorists. As far as the Bemis and Moon intersection, it is a smaller roundabout. We've recognized that. We've studied that intersection. And I can assure you that this intersection is a lot larger. So over time, we looked at these urban type roundabouts or compact roundabouts, I guess, and we tried to push the limits of the size of those. And we did that project with limited funding to try and understand, how it would impact. Certainly, we've seen a variety of impacts due to the size of that, and we've kind of found a sweet spot in the, 100 to 120 foot size inscribed circle, and that's what you'll see here at Dixboro and Pontiac Trail.
Am I muted?
No,
Okay.
ma'am, you're still there.
Okay, will there be pavement in the center of that traffic circle, or will it be landscape?
Yeah, we will.
It will be a hard surface.
Go ahead, Jane. Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
sorry, it will be a hard surface. It will be decorative concrete island.
So people could drive straight through it if they wanted to.
There may be,
No,
Well,
no, ma'am, they wouldn't be able to
raised
drive through it.
curve
No.
there,
Yes, there's a raised curve there. It has
Oh,
red,
a
it'll have a,
curve.
as
yes.
well as signs. We have several signs that go into that center circle. And to be clear on the US 23 issue, we do not have jurisdiction over US 23, that is MDOT. And the capacity of 23, for instance, did not factor into the decision to construct a roundabout here.
You don't think that that should be considered the impact of the feeder streets because of the, just the lack of functionality of US 23 from
Again,
14 to Michigan Ave?
Again, it is not a part of our calculus because that is not our purview. So our decision here, we're improving this intersection to help with traffic in this particular location. It does not, because our jurisdiction does not extend to US 23.
but I was also gonna say that the, content on, the slide there and the project website has my contact information, and I can always speak to individuals one-on-one to discuss, individual concerns.
All right, we actually, one second. I have, one, the resident's name is Bissler. They wanted to make a comment. Roundabouts are excellent for traffic flow. The issue is the public does not know the proper way to enter. We have a lot of education on that, Mr. or Miss Bissler. As far as entering the roundabout, and you have to yield to the left. I don't know if Jane wants to speak to that. I know we talked about that in this presentation.
Yeah, I can. As I said, it didn't start getting in driver's education until early 1990s. So there are quite a few of us out there that didn't learn about roundabouts when we learned to drive. So what you do, you enter the roundabout and you have to yield to oncoming traffic. It's always going to be coming from your left-hand side, and you will enter and go to the counterclockwise direction of a roundabout. My first experience was in Europe, and there are multi-lane roundabouts. So we're fortunate right now that this intersection can be improved to a single lane roundabout, and control or manage the traffic volumes that we have at that location.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure if Morgan still wants to. I was going to unmute you, Morgan. I know you had a question. I'll ask you to unmute if you still have a question.
Yes,
ahead,
good
Morgan.
morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for this information that's being presented. I have two questions, actually. One's just a curiosity, and the other is more of a logistical concern. The curiosity is, I noticed that there are residents and also parcels for sale on that proposed roundabout area. What is the level of encroachment or easement that is going to go into that construction that impacts those parcels?
We are currently in negotiations with the property owners for those easements, and so I can't tell you the final encroachment that will take place. That's still being negotiated, and that is what's driving our timeline too, because those negotiations are not finished. So any easement and right of way that we would want to take for the construction of this roundabout is ongoing until we would make an agreement, or there would be a decision by a court of law, and we could get going with the advertisement in April or May of this year.
Does that suggest that the size of the roundabout is still variable based on negotiations?
Not knowing the size of the roundabout's not variable, but what we're trying to do right now to limit the encroachment is to change a little bit of our grading design and our drainage system. So that's the curb and gutter, concrete structures and ditches, storm sewer. So we're making a few changes in that direction to limit our encroachment.
Oh, okay, thank you. So the logistical concern is when traveling southbound on Dixboro past Pontiac Trail, there is a crest there. And the crest is marked as do not pass up until just before the crest. There are also residential drives that have to turn out pretty much on a blind. They can't see traffic that's traveling southbound from that crest, sometimes until it's too late. I wonder if we could extend the do not pass lineage until it clears that crest, and therefore there will be reduced risk of residents turning right and not seeing a potential passing southbound car until it's too late.
Passing right at Pontiac Trail.
It's south of Pontiac Trail. There's a crest that lasts maybe a quarter of a mile.
Well, I don't think we're going to be impacting that profile, as in like reducing that crest. But after the construction is complete and we give traffic a while to get used to it, we'll do an analysis of the traffic and speeds. And then the permanent signs will be placed where our traffic and safety engineers that are experts in this will place those signs at the correct locations. So we may even at this point look at that permanent sign that you've indicated and see if that's in the right location for accommodating residents in the area, like you said.
Oh, okay. It's more so the paint markings.
Paint markings, yeah.
And
Well,
Jane, I just want to jump in real quick here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm Michelle Ford. I manage our traffic and safety department. And whenever we have a project like this, we're going to look at those passing zones in the areas directly adjacent to see if anything has changed due to the construction of this project. So as it's closed, when we have that opportunity, we'll get in there and we'll see if any changes need to be made to that passing zone. And when we do that, those pavement markings will get changed at the same time.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Richard Hampo had the same comment about the do not pass area on the southbound side. So that was something he mentioned in the chat. I do not see any other questions. Oh, wait, I do have one more question. It looks like I have a question. 1 second. Richard has a question. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having this meeting. I just wanted to ask if there's some forum that we can voice our concerns about that issue, which was just raised, which is the passing coming over the crest of the hill and being very dangerous for people pulling out of the Dixboro Farm subdivision. Is there some county place where we can file a concern so that it actually gets investigated, doesn't get lost in the shuffle?
yeah, well, definitely there's plenty of opportunity for you to make those comments. You can put it in the chat here, so it's an official document. This is a recorded meeting. You can do it to the Washington County Road Commission's WCRC Fix It application that's on our website. It's also downloadable to your mobile phone, mobile device. And also with the contact information, for me, you can call or email me, and all that will be a permanent record.
Super, thank you.
I'm pointing to that area right there, Richard, and for all those, this is where you can, if you report an issue that you see on our roads or an issue, or you want something studied or anything of that nature, you report the issue here on our website. There's also an app for that on your apps as well. So it's called our WCRC Fix It. It goes right to the supervisor who would be in charge of that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, I think we've addressed everyone's question or comment or concern, I think. Okay. So yes, I think we've addressed those. And so now we are going to, I've put the detour up. All of these slides and this presentation, this video will be available on our website here in the next few days. And I just want to say, that's Jane's contact information on the screen. You can go to our website there. And then obviously, you know, where our website is WCRoads.org. We've gone through the Q&A, and this is the roundabout at Dixboro and Pontiac Trail. We will have another meeting, but please sign up for the project updates so you can get that information also. And thank you, and have a wonderful day.